Hi, everybody. Welcome back. Today, I'd like to start with a controversial question. It's been a while. What if I asked you, was your ex partner actually an avoidant? Or was your ex partner simply selfish and immature? You see, we really like to complicate things. So, according to attachment theory, there are different categories of attachment styles, right? You have securely attached people, you have the insecurely attached, then you have the avoidant with subcategories of the fearful, the dismissive, and it's a spectrum, and sometimes they get dangerously close to narcissist. It's extremely complicated. What about simple English words? What about selfish? And what about immature? You see, if you asked 1,000 people who refer to their ex partner as avoidance, you're going to hear 1,000 times the same story. My ex partner only gave me breadcrumbs, right? It wasn't like real love, it was just breadcrumbs. Now, let me ask you something. Why would your partner, why would someone who's supposed to love you give you breadcrumbs and nothing more? Because they're selfish, because they don't care about your needs. They're going to give you the amount of love that they want to give you, period. Do we have to call them avoidance? Or can we just say this person is selfish? They don't care about other people's needs. Another example of selfishness. How did they end the relationship? Most people who experience something with an avoidant are going to tell you that the relationship ended either out of the blue, right? A person can tell you I love you and 1 week after end the relationship, creating a lot of confusion, a lot of pain in the process, because they're selfish, because they don't care. Some people, have been ghosted. I mean, some people found out that their partner actually already had a relationship with someone new, right? People talk about rebound relationships or monkey branching, whatever, right? They had another person in the picture. That's selfish. That's disrespectful. And also, like, ghosting is very immature. So let's talk about being immature. What about commitment? Most people who dated, avoidance always say, my ex partner was scared of commitment. You know, they would say things like, if we talk about the future, if we talk about, I don't know, getting married or having kids or, I don't know, buying a house, whatever the case may be, they would say that, they're scared. They don't like to feel pressured, right? Because they want to keep their independence and whatever. Yeah, yeah, that's selfish. And it's also very immature. Because you see, at some point in life when we grow up, we need to start acting like adults. We can't, act like young teenagers for the rest of our life. That's not how it works. So you see, what if we used simple words to describe people? What if we stopped just for 5 minutes with this obsession about understanding someone using pseudo scientific babble, and understanding someone who's not even in your life anymore? And now, here's the $1 million question. How could you miss a selfish, immature person? Why? We know why. It's because of your attachment trauma. So let's talk about it. Us, the anxiously attached people, right? There is a very simple word to describe us, right? We are insecure. We have insecurities caused probably, because of our childhood. I never talked about it on the channel, but hey, I might as well. I'm not going to throw my family under the bus, but my childhood really wasn't that nice. And I grew up with a lot of insecurities. So basically, I didn't like myself that much. And I started pretending to be someone else because I didn't want people to see the real me. And that's how I ended up dating people who also were emotionally unavailable. You see, it's this never ending loop. So, simple words for us, the anxiously attached, we are insecure. We have insecurities. And you see, I'll be totally honest with you guys. I don't care about avoidance. My my channel was never about avoidance, folks. I used the word avoidant X in basically every title, in the title of every single one of my videos, because it's the lingo, right? If I talked about your selfish X, or if I talked about your immature X, nobody would have watched my content. So I had to use the lingo, right? I had to use the word avoidant X, but who cares about them? This is about you, okay? Your ex-partner is in the past, and if they want to work on themselves, good for you. But you, spending hours online, watching videos about a person who's no longer part of your life, trying to become a specialist, like an attachment theory specialist, it's not helping you. You could use the exact same amount of time to focus on yourself, to understand who you are and where your attachment trauma comes from. And that's why I want to end this video with channel recommendations. The first channel is Tim Fletcher. Tim Fletcher is a specialist who works, an attachment trauma specialist. He works with recovering addicts. There are hundreds of hours of content online, okay? High quality stuff, folks, for free. Go check him out. The other channel is Alan Robarge, spelled Robarge, psychotherapist, attachment trauma specialist, and also love addiction specialist. Go check him out. Great dude. If you post a comment in one of his videos, he will answer, and he's an actual professional. Folks, do not let dishonest people use your pain for use. All of the scammers, all of the scumbags, okay? Relationship coaches and whatnot, people who are going to charge you $300 for what? For like a special, therapy session, whatever. Look, don't waste your time with that crap, okay? Don't try to understand a person who's no longer in your life. Your ex is in the past, okay? I always said that I would keep on posting videos as long as I feel that my content is relevant and helpful. Folks, I don't know if my content is still relevant and helpful. Maybe my shtick of me posting videos from my balcony, maybe it's just not working anymore. And if that's the case, it's perfectly fine. I never started this channel to become famous. I never started this channel to become a YouTuber. I have nothing that I'm trying to sell you guys. Take care of yourself and stay strong. God bless you.